Before we get into creating and loading Twiglets, let's talk about what Twig is designed to do. Twig was created to be a drawing or modeling program to help you model your organizations, your groups of people, your networks, or anything else that can be represented using this idea of nodes and links between those nodes. And we created Twig because we wanted a quick and easy way to demonstrate problems, issues, points, or to make and share visual observations. There's no special software to download on your machine to create these twigs, nor is there any special software to download on your client's machine to share these twigs. Everything runs inside the browser. We also wanted to show transformational data, so Twig makes it very easy to highlight the way data has changed over time. And finally, there is a great API that is simple to use and makes it very easy to automatically keep your Twiglet up to date. Now, before you can get into creating Twiglets, you need to log in. Prior to logging in, there's only two things that you can do. You can load Twiglets, or you can download copies of Twiglets to your local machine. If you want to create Twiglets, you need to go ahead and log in. And there are two ways to do that. The first is using your Riglet credentials. Mine are pre-filled, so when I press login and pull open the Twiglet menu, I have quite a few more options. I can now create a Twiglet, I can clone a Twiglet, I can rename a Twiglet, or I can even delete a Twiglet. The other way you can log in is you can log in using your Wipro credentials. To do that, simply type in your Wipro email address. That's going to redirect you to the Wipro sign-in page. It's going to ask you to log in, and if you have not already authorized Twig, it's going to ask you to authorize Twig. Upon authorization, it's going to redirect you back into Twig, log you in as your digital self, and then give you all those same creation options. And so now that we're logged in, let's go ahead and create a new Twiglet. You're going to click on the Twiglet menu in the top left corner like I have open currently, and then you're going to click on New Twiglet. You must give this Twiglet a name. I'm going to call mine Video Demo. And you must choose a model. Now we'll get into models in a little bit more in a future video. For now, I would recommend choosing BSC because it's a great way to model organizations and groups of people. You can also give this Twiglet an optional description. We highly encourage descriptions because it's a great way for people to understand what it is you are trying to model. So let's go ahead and do that in here real quick. I'm going to say this was created for the video demo. And it was modeling, let's say, the US. And finally, I'm going to throw a little list in here. And you'll notice I'm using the pound sign, I'm using the star. This is markdown description, which means I can add a little bit of pizzazz to my descriptions here. So I'm going to say this is a list. And once I've got that filled in, I'm going to click on Save Changes. Now there's a couple things I want to bring your attention to. The first is the change history. You'll see right here that I have a message that says Twiglet created, and it was created by me. Also, if I come over here to my Twiglet, scroll down to Video Demo, and click on About, you'll see here's my markdown highlighted description. But the best part about Twig is the ability to add nodes and links. So let's get right into that. I'm going to click on Edit, and then I'm going to click on Edit Twiglet. And once I do that, here are all of the options that came with my BSC model. And I can click and drag any of these onto the canvas below to add them to my Twiglet. I'm going to start by adding a squad, and we're going to call this squad Denver. And I work inside of Denver, so I'm going to grab a person, drag them on here, give it my name, and now I have two nodes on here, but there's no link between the two nodes. So let's go ahead and link these two nodes together. I'm going to click on one node and drag to the other. And when I do that, I've now created a link between these nodes. So let's save the changes we've made to this Twiglet so far. I'm going to click on the checkbox, and it's going to ask me to describe what I've done to this Twiglet. And I'm going to say that I've added start of Denver. Now I'm not the only person that works in Denver, so I'm not done with Denver, which is why I'm saying start of Denver. Now my Twiglet is rendered. If I come over here to my Twiglet menu and view the change history, you'll see that my second description is in here as well, added start of Denver. But let's add a little bit more to this. Again, to edit Twiglets, we're going to click on Edit, go to Edit Twiglet. We get those same options on here. Let's add another person. Lizzie was instrumental in making Twig happen, so we're going to add her to the Denver pod as well. Connect these two. And Denver is part of a bigger region. We'll call it the US. And we're going to link these together. And the US also has New York in it. And we'll even put Omaha in here. Again, to create these links, I'm simply clicking and dragging between the two nodes. So let's go ahead and save these changes. I'm going to say that I added rest of US locations. Haven't really done anything else to them. Definitely need to add the people, but it's the start of my Twiglet. I'm going to save these changes. And now if I come back over to the Twiglet menu, that's also reflected in my change history. So that's creation of Twiglets. If you want to load a Twiglet, that's as simple as clicking on the Twiglet menu, scrolling to the Twiglet you want. I'm going to choose organizational model here, and pulling that up. That'll load those Twiglets for you, and this will work on any browser, on any machine. If you want to get into more information, such as views and events and sequences, and the stuff that makes Twiglet really powerful, check back for future videos.